One of the most important topics we could cover in a program that deals with San Antonio's economy and growth is water. In many people's opinion, the only thing that could possibly stop the growth of the Austin and San Antonio region would be if we had water issues. Fortunately, we've had good leadership at SAWS, and the result has been an unprecedented access to sources of water that San Antonio has not tapped before. And that's largely because Robert Puente has been the CEO of SAWS the last decade and a half.
Correct, 15 years.
15 years. Robert, welcome to the program. Tell us in a word the water situation in San Antonio today.
Well, we like to say that we're water secure. And by secure, what we're talking about is a long-term supply. We feel that with the addition of our latest water project, Vista Ridge, that we have water security into the 2070s. And by that I mean worst case scenario, drought of record of the 1950s, the recent drought of 2011 to 2014, which was more intense but shorter. Put those together, the worst of both of them, and we lay that on our planning horizon, and we have water security through 2070.
2070, or almost 50 years from now.
Vista Ridge is a water project that came online in 2020. It's water that comes from Burleson County, which is north of Austin, 142 miles away. It is groundwater from the Carrizo Aquifer, and it currently is about 1/4 of our water supply. So that's a very healthy part of our portfolio.
Now, are we continuing to work on water supplies? You've worked on brackish water from shallow aquifers to the south.
Correct.
That can be treated not necessarily for drinking water, but for gray water, which then allows the other water to be used for drinking purposes.
Well, the brackish plant we have in southern San Antonio, actually, we treat it to drinking standards. And we put it in our distribution system.
What other options are out there beyond, say, the brackish sources? What other options? Conservation, obviously, is very large.
We rely on our conservation department to always drive down that per capita use so that we know that the more you can do that, you can push out those future water projects out into the future.
Right. And then there's conservation. There's also retreatment of existing water.
Yes.
How much of that are we doing?
We have the nation's largest recycled water system, and that's all of the water coming from your commodes, your sinks, your showers. We collect it, we treat it at one of our 3 wastewater treatment plants. A good portion of it goes to CPS Energy to cool and to keep the lights on. Another portion goes into the San Antonio River downstream. Because
we have commitments to have certain volume all the way down to the Gulf.
Correct. We meet that commitment. And another portion, about 50,000 acre feet, we bring back up to San Antonio to be used by Toyota, by Microsoft, by all of our golf courses to supplement the river.
So-called gray water, or some people talk about purple pipes or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a purple pipe system, the largest in the nation. So it's a source that we want to protect. That's why there's water restrictions. After decades, we have water security in San Antonio and in this area. And so it's as simple as, for example, Greater SATX, they no longer require us to try to explain to a prospective company that's coming to San Antonio that we have a plan. That's what we used to do. We have a plan, but now it's actually
demonstrated availability.
Exactly.
Congratulations.
So, thank you.
And thank you for joining us today.